Chosen one, focus carefully. This instant is not accidental, and your presence here is not by chance. You were not guided to these words by simple curiosity or coincidence. Something within you was drawn here with urgency and purpose, because a shift occurred beyond what your eyes can see, and heaven required your attention immediately. A message is breaking through that your walls can no longer keep out. You sensed it already, didn't you? That tightening pressure, that build-up you could not explain. God is declaring, I am intervening. This stops now. The shift has begun. That weight you've been carrying, the unease, the tension, the restless nights, none of it has been random. But what approaches is not ruin. It is alignment. It is safeguarding. There is a reason your sleep has been unsettled, your thoughts scattered, your heart unable to find calm. Your spirit recognized movement before your mind could name it. What is coming toward you is not collapse. It is divine interruption. God is not entering your circumstances quietly. He steps in with authority, with correction, with a power that silences what has harassed you for far too long. You have reached a threshold, even if you have not fully admitted it. You endured excessive hurt, tolerated disrespect, absorbed spiritual blows in silence. You allowed certain influences too close. A decision triggered consequences, and heaven has spoken clearly, no further. I will not allow my chosen one to fall. This word is not for spectators or for those who treat truth like entertainment. It is for the one whose heart has been breaking without witnesses. The one weighed down by regret and confusion, wondering where everything turned off course. Stay with this message. Let it confront you, steady you, awaken you. If you are still here, it means your spirit is prepared. Something has already been set in motion on your behalf, and it is about to alter your direction, restore your steps, and rewrite your story by God's own hand. There is a promise echoing over you right now. See, I am doing something new. It is already emerging. Can you not discern it? Book of Isaiah 43:19. This is not poetic language. It is a declaration. Something fresh has begun to rise, even if your circumstances have not caught up yet. Pause for a moment. Breathe. Let this settle into your spirit. If these words are striking something deep inside you, it is because they were meant to find you. And if you desire to keep receiving guidance like this, open your heart fully and remain connected. You are not walking this road alone. Now let us go deeper. You recognize that moment when the weight on your shoulders stops feeling temporary and starts feeling permanent. When each day feels like combat, each breath feels restricted, and pressure presses against you until you quietly wonder how much longer you can endure. You have been resilient. You have continued forward when others would have stopped. You have carried responsibilities no one else truly sees. Yet inside, something has been crying out for relief. What you have been waiting for is not delayed anymore. It is unfolding. God has witnessed the silent strain. He has seen the tears you refused to show. He has watched the nights when exhaustion wrapped around you like iron chains. The battles you fought in secret were never invisible to him. Nothing was overlooked. Nothing was dismissed. And now the shift is here. This is not a minor easing of pressure, not a short pause before more struggle. This is a pivot written into your destiny. God is not distant from your situation. He is entering it with authority. What attempted to define you will not determine your outcome. A new chapter is opening. The conflicts you could not win alone are no longer yours to manage. Your breakthrough is not postponed for some distant future. It is present. The burden that has been suffocating you is lifting, not merely to comfort you, but to awaken you. Because there comes a point where strength is depleted and pride grows silent. You have reached that point. And in surrender, your true identity begins to rise again. You were never created to fight every battle by yourself. You were chosen to walk with divine strength beside you, and that help is not minor or symbolic. It is transformative. It is the kind of intervention that recalibrates your purpose, stabilizes your spirit, and reminds you of who you truly are. You do not have to carry this alone anymore. Not in this season, not ever again. When life becomes heavy, the strain does not remain on the surface. It seeps inward. It presses into your soul. Quiet fatigue begins to pull you away from the person you were designed to be. You may have felt yourself drifting, moving without clarity, walking as if the light dimmed without warning. But God saw the drift. He saw how the weight attempted to separate you from your calling. Spiritual misalignment is subtle at first. It feels like walking through fog with your eyes half closed. You stumble. Decisions grow harder. Confusion thickens. But this is the turning point. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Book of Psalms 23:3. Restoration is not a distant hope. It is happening now. Clarity is returning. The haze that surrounded your thinking is beginning to lift. What felt scattered is being drawn back into order. You are not abandoned in uncertainty. You are being realigned with destiny. Have you noticed how opposition seems to intensify when you grow tired? The more exhausted you become, the heavier everything feels. When your strength thins and you consider stepping back, the pressure increases. That is not coincidence. Vulnerability invites attack. Whispers grow louder, suggesting you are finished, that you cannot endure. But listen carefully. God sees the strategy, and he moves before destruction advances further. When you feel depleted, when it seems walls are tightening around you and your spirit feels too weak to fight, heaven is not silent. In that fragile moment, God rises. What was meant to exploit your weariness becomes the doorway through which his power enters. The exhaustion you have been feeling is not proof that your journey is over. It is the doorway to a strength that does not originate from you. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Book of Psalms 27:1. When your strength fades, his does not. When you cannot stand firm, he stands for you. You may feel surrounded by negativity, by voices that drain you, by unseen resistance pressing in from every direction. Yet even now there are battles being fought on your behalf that you will never fully see. Arrows are being intercepted before they reach you. Lies are being dismantled before they can take root in your thoughts. Doors that would have led to harm are closing quietly without your effort. You are not unguarded. You are not abandoned. His protection is not fragile or temporary. It is firm, steady, immovable. It forms a barrier between you and what seeks to derail your destiny. And understand this intervention is not merely about easing your pain. It is about preserving your purpose. The burdens you carried were designed to distract you, to blur your calling, to convince you that you were ordinary when you were never meant to be. Confusion, frustration, fatigue, these were tools attempting to cloud your vision. But before the weight crushed what was planted inside you, God stepped in. He sees the greatness you forgot. He sees the calling still burning beneath the struggle. Even the mistakes you made under pressure do not disqualify you. There is a difference between rebellion and exhaustion. and God knows that difference. He understands the heart behind your actions. He is not intervening to condemn you. He is intervening to restore you. His love surpasses your failures. His grace outruns your regret. This moment is not about punishment. It is about renewal. You are not simply being rescued, you are being rebuilt. You are being awakened to who you truly are. There comes a point when the pressure becomes unbearable, when you realize something must give. This is that point. Divine intervention is no longer optional. It is necessary. You have arrived at the edge, but you will not be left there. This is not accidental mercy. It is rescue woven into your destiny. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Book of Psalms 46. 1. You are not overlooked. His timing is exact. The hand that lifts is already extended toward you. What has held you captive is loosening its grip. Freedom is not approaching slowly, it is arriving. When God steps into a situation, three things happen. He protects, He directs, He corrects, not to shame you, but to restore you. First, protection rises. A shield forms around you. What once felt unavoidable, the attacks, the threats, the silent pressure pressing against your men. D begins to lose access. Weak points are reinforced. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Book of Isaiah 54:17. What pursued you will not succeed. You are covered. Second, guidance follows. Protection alone would keep you safe, but direction moves you forward. In the places where you felt unsure, where every step seemed like guessing in darkness, illumination begins to break through. Doors you could not open start to move. Pathways hidden from you begin to reveal themselves. His hand is aligning your steps with a purpose that existed long before the struggle appeared. You are no longer wandering. You are being led. Then comes correction. Not condemnation, not rejection. Refinement. Correction is love expressed through direction. It gently but firmly turns you away from what would weaken you and back toward what strengthens you. Through it, you mature. Through it, you heal. Through it, you become who you were always meant to be. The opposition has been relentless, striking at your weakest areas, planting doubt, stirring fear. Some battles were visible, others remained unseen. Yet even in hidden places, God was measuring the weight and preparing his response. Now he moves decisively. The repetitive cycle of pressure is breaking. This is not a temporary pause in the conflict. It is a transfer of authority. What once seemed to dominate your season is losing its grip. The force that pushed against you is weakening. Peace is stepping back into spaces where chaos once ruled. Strength is rising in places where exhaustion settled deep. You endured setbacks. You endured long nights filled with unanswered questions. You endured disappointment that tried to convince you nothing would ever change. But every tear was counted, every silent prayer was recorded, and now heaven declares that enough has been carried. This is your moment of divine relief, not as escape, but as restoration. What was taken will be returned. What was fractured will be repaired. What dimmed inside you will burn brightly again. He is lifting you, steadying you, renewing you. And as this happens, you are entering a season where protection surrounds you, purpose directs you, and hope rises with strength. You are about to witness visible change. The heaviness that followed you will not cross into what is ahead. God does not operate only in hidden ways. His intervention becomes tangible. It touches real conversations, real opportunities, real decisions. At first, the signs may seem small: a shift in atmosphere, an unexpected word of encouragement, a door closing that once felt essential. These are not random moments. They are evidence of divine movement. God often works beyond logic. What appears to be coincidence is often orchestration, a plan interrupted, a path redirected, an opportunity appearing without warning. These are adjustments from heaven. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Book of Psalms 37:23. When your plans are disrupted, do not immediately assume loss. What feels like collapse may actually be construction. The opportunity that didn't materialize, the relationship that ended unexpectedly, the door that shut without explanation. These are not rejections. They are protection and preparation working together. Trust the redirection. Every detour is guiding you somewhere greater than where you intended to go. You have carried responsibility in silence for longer than most people could endure. You held everything together when it felt like it was falling apart. You stayed steady when your own strength was thinning. But this is the season where strength is no longer something you force out of yourself. It is something that flows into you. You are not lifting this weight alone anymore. What felt unstable is being reinforced. What felt too heavy is being supported. This help is not momentary relief. It is sustaining power. From this point forward, you do not move unsupported. When God steps into the battle, the entire landscape shifts. The struggle that defined your recent season will not define your future. The pressure that tried to crush your spirit is being removed. A new chapter is opening, not because you avoided the fight, but because God entered it. And when He enters, outcomes change. Victory is no longer uncertain. It becomes inevitable. There is movement in the unseen realm. A command is being spoken over your life. Preparation has already begun, even before full manifestation appears. Situations are adjusting behind the scenes. Hearts are being softened. Opportunities are being positioned. The breakthrough you prayed for is not distant. It is unfolding. This is not the hour to remain passive. It is the hour to align. Release doubt. Let hesitation fall. Step into expectation. God's timing is never late. It is exact. What He initiates cannot be stopped. His intervention is not theoretical. It is active, operating in your life right now, clearing space for something greater. You may sense the atmosphere changing. This will not be a slow, subtle adjustment. It will be decisive. The confusion you wrestled with, the stagnation you felt, the resistance that blocked you, all of it is reaching its conclusion. Barriers that once appeared immovable will shrink. Doors that stayed closed will open with surprising ease. The direction of your life is pivoting towards something far beyond what you imagined. This is more than external improvement. It is spiritual transformation. As this transformation unfolds, you will feel it internally before you fully see it externally. The heaviness begins to lift. Clear thinking returns. Purpose settles back into place within your spirit. What felt scattered starts coming into order. Relationships, opportunities, provision, they begin aligning instead of resisting. The previous season fades quietly. A new one rises with authority. If you have endured relentless opposition, you understand how intense it felt. But hear this truth. God is your fortress. His strength surrounds you on every side. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. Book of Psalms 18:2. What was designed to harm you will not succeed. The attacks will break against the shield of his presence. Words spoken against you will lose their impact. Resistance will weaken. He is not only defending you, he is dismantling what opposed you. Forces that worked to slow you down are losing their ground. Rest in that covering. Victory is advancing toward you. And as protection intensifies, light increases. What was hidden will come into view. Confusion gives way to understanding. God reveals what you could not previously see, not to wound you, but to liberate you. Truth rises like dawn, scattering deception. You will recognize relationships clearly. You will discern motives clearly. You will see your own path clearly. Light produces freedom. Some individuals may exit your life in this season. Do not grieve what God removes. He is exchanging what drained you for what strengthens you. Divine helpers are approaching, people aligned with your calling, your growth, your future. When a door closes under God's direction, it is because something greater awaits. This is your season of alignment. What once worked against you will begin working for you. Obstacles become stepping stones. Delays become acceleration. Confusion becomes direction. What seemed impossible begins to open. This is reversal. This is restoration. Everything that resisted you is now shifting. The curse that lingered is breaking. The blessing that was delayed is rising. What once sought to limit you is becoming the very foundation on which you will stand. The timing has changed, and the tide is turning in your favor. You have waited longer than most could endure. You stayed steady when others gave up. You held faith when no evidence appeared. But now, the rhythm of your life is changing. A season of divine acceleration is breaking open over you. What took others years to achieve will now unfold for you in a fraction of the time, not because you forced it, but because heaven has appointed it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. Book of Habakkuk 2:3. This acceleration is not chaos. It is precision. God is not propelling you blindly. He is moving you into alignment. Doors will open exactly when you arrive. Connections will form naturally. What once felt heavy, delayed, or blocked will move with unexpected ease. You may not yet grasp the speed, but understand this: you are being advanced because purpose demands it. What you prayed for is no longer distant. It is approaching. Breakthrough will not trickle slowly. It will surge. Promotions, opportunities, favor, they will converge as though summoned by a higher command. This is the moment to stand ready. As acceleration begins, clarity follows. The fog clouding your mind is dissipating. Confusion loses grip. Indecision dissolves. God speaks light into your thoughts because he is the author of peace, not confusion. First Epistle to the Corinthians 14:33. Your mind is being renewed. Your perception sharpens. You will see your purpose with crystal clarity, your relationships with discernment, and your path with bold certainty. This is not mere mental focus. It is spiritual awakening. Your identity stabilizes. You remember who you are, chosen, called, commissioned. Hesitation falls away. Endless questions quiet. Conviction rises. The pressure of opposition, the attacks from unexpected directions, the words spoken to undermine you, the resistance you could not explain. All of it is shifting. The battlefield is realigning. The Lord your God goes with you to fight for you against your enemies, to give you victory. Deuteronomy 24. When God moves, strategies collapse. Schemes designed to undermine you unravel without your effort. The tide turns so swiftly that even your adversaries cannot comprehend what happened. What intended to hinder you exposes itself and falls apart. This is the hour where acceleration meets revelation, where clarity meet. Authority, where destiny overtakes delay. You are not entering chaos. You are stepping into alignment at a pace that confirms divine orchestration. Stand ready. Lift your head. Fix your eyes forward. What is opening cannot be closed. If these words resonate, declare your readiness. Engage with this message fully. Commit to the journey and affirm in the comments, "I'm ready." Because what is unfolding now is not a minor shift. It is the start of momentum that will carry you far beyond what you imagined. And this door has only just begun to open. Expect divine acceleration in every area of your life. The delays that once frustrated you will transform into speed. Opportunities that seemed unreachable will converge. Favor will meet preparation. Relationships will align. Provision will appear. What once seemed scattered will come into order. Spiritual, mental, and physical breakthroughs are converging to create a new season for you. The battles you endured, the pressure you felt, the resistance you faced, all are now tools for your elevation. God's intervention does not merely relieve, it restores, redirects, and repositions. Every step you take moving forward is under divine guidance. Every move, every decision, every opening is timed with heavenly precision. This is not happenstance. This is orchestration. The tide has turned in your favor. What once sought to diminish you is now becoming the ground you stand on. What appeared as delay was preparation. What felt like opposition was actually alignment. You have waited. You have persevered, you have remained faithful when nothing moved, and now the divine season of acceleration, alignment, and breakthrough is breaking open over your life. Heaven is moving. Your breakthrough is unavoidable. Your restoration is inevitable. Your destiny is being realized. Step into it with confidence, clarity, and faith. The moment has begun. The shift is irreversible. The path is set, and God Himself is orchestrating every detail. This is your time, your season, your appointed moment. Receive it fully. Walk in it boldly. Your life will never be the same again.